Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to MHL Tonight. It's your host, Mr. Hollywood, here live on the Flan Fan Network, and we're expecting a night of excitement. You know, if you guys are ready here, we got a jam-packed show here. We got a lot of streams, a lot of games going down here in a couple minutes. But I got a true legend here, a true icon of the Moose Hockey League. You know, I call him the Moose God of media. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to MHL Tonight, my co-host here tonight, Giant 918. Giant, how you doing over there, brother?
www.mhl.hockey. Follow us on Twitter at Moose on Ice. I am so pumped up over here, Hollywood. I want to give a shout out to everybody, especially Blue Liner, still keeping the league together since 2009. Some of you might not have even been born then. So we are going on 12 years over here, Hollywood. What a time to be alive. It's not season number 2. It's not season number 3. It's not season number 4. It's season 45. And we're fucking pumped up tonight. Lots of things going on. Shout out to the Pullout King. And hopefully he don't have too much babies since he is the Pullout King. And he's just giving a shout out to Colorado over there, who is absolutely on fire, Hollywood. And it looks like we're already starting the game, right?
Yeah, one of the games is already going down, so I wanted to bring that up on here. I'm still getting the other streams, but these guys started off not wasting any time here tonight, and it's Colorado against the Calgary Flames. Colorado's been on a roll. I mean, they're the number one team here this season, and so we're gonna see the number one team here in action against a struggling Calgary. You know, they have had some tough losses. One came in last night, but look at this. Great start here for Calgary. They get on the board right away. And it's an opening goal here for Calgary. I believe that's Rubber Duck. Rubber Duck with the opening goal. So how about that? 1709 here,
Yeah,
Giant.
and they're absolutely going to need it because not only have they been 10-0 their last 10 games, Colorado, they have won the last 18 in a row, Hollywood. So does anybody even have a chance against this team?
I mean, right now, this is the team to beat, man. This is the team to beat, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
Somebody's got to bust up the monopoly over here, man.
oh,
And they need an L at some point, you know?
yeah. And I just got also the egg versus the trash pandas up on the board. So that stream just came up. So that's the two that you see on there. And looks like we're getting the third and possibly a fourth one right now. So let me pull those up. Thank you for all the streamers. Dutch MDK as always. RSARAI producing the Colorado stream. Then we're gonna have Dart Dallas, and Bishop. So I'm gonna get both of those streams. The other two doesn't look like they started yet. So as soon as they do, I'll bring in the triple or even the quadruple Kim on here. Yeah, the other two.
Egg is in second place, but I mean, they're still. I mean, nobody is even close to the Colorado Avalanche. So Egg is still holding up. Last time we did this show, and it was close, with Egg and Colorado Avalanche. But over the past week, I mean, they just blew it away, and they've been struggling lately. Egg, they've been 6-4 their last 10 games, and they got a winning record. They've been winning more than less, but you're gonna have to win a lot more than that, Hollywood.
Well, Giant, last night they did tear it up, and the reason for that, for the that all came up from last week, because last week they were without one of their star scorer, and that's Chum Lee. But Chum Lee back in the lineup here this week, and Monday and Tuesday last night. They just dominated the competition. So look for them to do that here again. I believe he is in the lineup. So as you guys can
Yeah,
see,
and it looks like he's still alive. It doesn't seem that he's caught in COVID, and he's alive and well and back in action tonight.
yeah, as you guys can see, we're gonna have four here. The other two are still in the dressing room, so I'm not going to pull those up until we have to. We got a power play opportunity here for Egg to start the game off. 0-0 there. Calgary still up 1-0. 6:58 to go in the first period. So Giant man, I mean with this, with the streaming here, we got four series here. That's a total of 8 games here tonight. Each team's gonna play twice here tonight. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna get crazy here once the other two streams come up on the board.
Without question, nonstop action over here. And it's not like other leagues. We're not starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are not 3-game series. These are 2-game series over here. So we know there's some older people out there, lots of family and stuff like that. They might not be able to make a commitment for so much games in a night. But over here at the Moose Hockey League, it's two series a night, Monday through Thursday. So it's absolutely possible. I don't know if they allow part-timers over here either, Hollywood, but much easier. And it looks like Egg just scored. Is that right, Flanny?
Yeah, Egg on the board right away, and we spoke about him. That's Chum Lee. This is a guy that carries the offense here. He did so Monday. He did so on Tuesday night, and he's off to a start here Wednesday. No, no surprise at all.
Wow, an excellent shot on net by Calgary.
I mean, Johnny, do you look at Chum Lee's stats? I mean, the games played, and if you take a look at points per game, this guy's unbelievable. I mean, last night he had a double hat trick. For God's sakes, 6 goals in one of those games. I don't know how many assists, how many points he had, but it was a lot. I stopped counting after.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to. And who did they end up playing last night?
Last night, oh, that was against Ottawa. It was against Ottawa. We're seeing Ottawa right now against Florida. It looks like we got a goal that was called off. So Ottawa almost got on the board there, but that goal is taken out, so it's still 0-0 in that Florida-Ottawa series. Scoreless in the other one here as well, that between Toronto and no pucks given. But
okay.
But that X series here, I think it's going to be a lot closer than last night. The Trash Pandas have been playing really good as of late. They've taken 6 points in the last 2 nights, 3 points each night. So we'll see here tonight. They're up against a tough team, but they need these wins because as far as the standings there, if they're going to try to make the playoffs, they got to beat the good teams, to make it. And tonight they're getting the number 2 team. So
and it looks like is that NPG or somebody just scored a goal over there?
Yes, they did. No pucks given. Player named Jesus. I don't know his actual gamer tag, but it doesn't matter. 1-0, no pucks given. And Toronto's been struggling as of late. I mean, they've got the players on there to make things happen, but just Monday night they lost against when it was Egg against the Trash Pandas last night. They lost against Trash Pandas on Monday, but tonight against No Pucks Given, they got to win the series. If they don't, they might as well pack it up.
Yeah, and they're on the outside looking in. They've been 4-6 their last 10, 11 pace right now. But they're struggling. The top 8 teams make it into the playoffs, and the people that are competing over here for the last few playoff entries are the Flames, Oilers, and the Maine Mariners. So Red Wings, Trash Pandas, and Toronto. I mean, they are struggling, and the Ottawa Senators and no pucks giving. I mean, it's just a lost cause at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm really surprised here with Calgary. What about this? What do you guys think? I mean, right now they're still up 1-0 here in the second period. Colorado does have a power play opportunity here, but against the number 1 team, Giant here, they're giving them a battle, and they're up actually right now.
Yeah, it's impressive, but it's only 1 goal. You got to keep counting. If you make stupid mistakes, they will absolutely capitalize. And a big shot on net over here, just shot wide by Colorado. Very dangerous. And you see, look at that. Is that Chum Lee again scoring another goal for Egg?
Egg got 2 goals here at the end of the first, and Chum Lee with both of them. So, John, he's looking for a hat trick here. He almost got it in the first period. He's got two
I
more
mean, this
periods to
guy is
go.
invincible. He seems absolutely invincible with Chumley. Maybe he had a good rest up while he was on vacation. He's pumped up. You said last night he got a double hat trick. And you take a look at the leaderboards, fellas. I mean, almost every damn top five Colorado's got two or three guys under every category, except of course the goalie. And you could just have a mediocre goalie. You could have a mediocre goalie there when you have a team as elite as Colorado or Egg. And Egg, it shows big time. I remember you referenced this during our test run last week, Hollywood, how important Chumley was, and it's absolutely visible at this point where we are live streaming this. And Pill Out King again, stream is pretty laggy. Well, what do you want us to say? Is it hard? Is it the lag with this video?
Um,
Maybe it's your dial-up internet. And look at this. It looks like Calgary just scores another goal. Unbelievable so far. It's still early in the game, in my opinion, Flanny. But
yeah.
what? It's crazy right now.
2-0 in the second period. I mean, there's still time for Colorado to come back, but damn, 2-0. Did not expect that. And also things getting bad over there in Toronto. They're down two as well. 2-0 for no pucks given. So both teams off to a good start. Same thing with Egg. Still scoreless in Florida. Florida and Ottawa. Neither team has gone on the board. But the big story here so far tonight is Calgary. I mean, Calgary up 2-0. They had a tough series last night against the Trash Pandas. They won in overtime the first game, but then game two could not win it there. They made a stretch comeback towards the end of that third period, but came out short. But tonight here, although they've just taken a penalty, so if Colorado on here cannot kill this penalty here, and Calgary goes up three. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean it's again, it's too early to tell. And maybe they could get a shorthanded goal as well, Colorado, and they're still trying to pound it down on the net with Colorado. So credit duly noted to the Flames. They are trying to keep the heat up over here and put the spice on a level 7 out of a 10 over here, doing a good job putting the pressure, and we'll see if we can maintain it at
Absolutely.
this point. NPG
Yeah, and that was
versus Toronto,
yeah,
is
and
that the first intermission?
that was Nicky Pats, aka Blue Bomber, with the goal there for no pucks given that made it a 2-0 game at the end of the first. Yeah, still a lot of hockey left in
Amazing.
that
Blue
one, but
Bomber, man. That's amazing, dude. Shout out to Blue Bomber as well, man.
long
That
time.
you know these that you know their new gamer tags is tremendous too, Hollywood.
Hey man, you can't forget that one. I mean, he's been in the Moose for, I mean, almost as long as you and I,
Probably
Giant.
almost since inception. Yeah,
Yeah,
almost since inception. It's unbelievable.
yeah. Florida and Ottawa. What about this? I mean, Florida is a top three team there. Only 2 shots on net so far here against the struggling last place Ottawa Senators. So they got to do something. Only 1 minute on time of attack as well. They're fortunate. I mean, they're taking a couple penalties here and there. I know they were shorthanded most of that period, and that one goal was taken away. Looked like it was goalie interference. But Florida, not doing good right now so far.
No, but I mean it is 0-0, so there's time to. Look at that. Egg is up 3-0, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely crazy. I mean, it's just a bloodbath at this point.
and they get a
I mean,
power
what can you
play.
say?
And a
Yeah, I mean, there's 9 minutes. There's 9 minutes left in the second period. It's crazy. Now I'm intrigued because I'm looking at the chat room. I'm watching Pullout King, and it does seem laggy. So I don't know what the issue is associated with that. Now, my upload and download speeds are like around 600-700 megabytes per second. So I don't know what that is.
yeah,
I don't know if it's the streams themselves or if there's a delay associated with Twitch or what. I don't know.
yeah.
But the sound is crystal clear
Sometimes
because I accidentally didn't have the speaker off on the computer. So
yeah. I mean, sometimes it is the Twitch, and there's not really much that we could do on that. And unfortunately, but let me give you just some score updates. Chumlee scores another one. It's 4-0.
And
That's
Colorado gets on the board as well too.
they do with last seconds left here in the second, so that puts them within one, and they needed that goal here. They might try to get one more here if they could, but no, that shot's
They could
off.
do it.
So 2-1. They're still in one goal game there. They'll need a big third period. I mean, look, they're out shooting Calgary. But the goaltender there for Calgary is just playing better. So their only goal was that power play goal.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they haven't been able to get much offense going. We're still scoreless here in Florida. Looks like. And no pucks given. Still with that 2-0 lead. So 2-goal lead there. About 15 minutes left. But Toronto will have a power play opportunity here to try to cut this deficit down.
Yeah,
Uh,
and they need to answer big time on this. I mean, again, you're on the outside looking in. You need this W badly.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And, if they can't get it, man, I mean, this is, it's crunch time. This week's about done today and tomorrow. And then you got only one more week left before the playoffs. So
Right.
if you can't get the points here this week and just leave it for last week, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough,
Absolutely.
especially the
Absolutely.
position they're in there right now. And
And what a bloodbath. I mean,
listen, Chumlee had a double hat trick last night in one of the games. Tonight, start off this game, he's already got four.
yeah, I thought he's got 5 goals, but I mean, we'll see.
Four out of the 5 goals. Yeah,
Yeah,
so and
it's
look, it's still
absolutely
it's still
crazy.
second period too, so he's got plenty of time to get.
Wow, and it looks like Calgary scores another goal.
Yeah, and that's big because here came Colorado. Neat Thumbs gets the his second goal of the game there, and now puts Calgary back up on by two. So now things are getting harder for Colorado because now you're in the third period. You got about 15 minutes left, and you're down 2 goals. It's not just a 1 goal game anymore.
Yeah, and it looks like Ottawa's on the power play right now. Still a nothing game. Should be like taking candy from a baby for Florida, but they are just not getting the job done, making constant mistakes over here, and hopefully they can figure it out at some point there at the game. Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean Colorado right now is out hitting Calgary, is out shooting Calgary, but the score is 3-1 in favor of Calgary.
Yeah, and a tremendous job by Calgary so far. It looks like an icing over here.
Look,
Oh no, it looks like
Calgary Flames knew Giant 918 was coming on tonight. They knew MHL Tonight is going to be streamed tonight. So, and they knew this was coming on the stream. So they don't want to look
there it
bad.
is. Is that a second hat trick from or is this just the highlights from the second period?
But that's a highlight reel there.
Oh, okay,
So it's
okay.
intermission. But Egg right now, all Egg in that one. Still holding the shutout and just 5-0 at the end of the second period. So Trash Pandas look pretty decent last 2 nights, but tonight, they're getting tested here. You're playing one of, if not the best team here, in the league. Look at that, 14
Yeah.
to 4 shots on goal. Not even they could have scored on all their shots and they still wouldn't be winning.
Now, shout out to the defense and the goalie for the Flames so far. They've been doing an absolutely tremendous job as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get away the heat, getting the puck away from Colorado, who's very dangerous, pretty much 24/7. Holly.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, Colorado is not looking like the first place team tonight. They're down 3-1, and they got to go on a PK right now. So, and that's not going to be good because that's 2 minutes shorthanded. Unless they could come up with a shorthanded goal here, um,
Yeah,
time is running out, man.
it's absolutely running out.
You know. Toronto too. Toronto hasn't done much here against no pucks given. Still held scoreless. They do get a power play opportunity here, but they did not convert before. Them too. They favor in shots, but score wise, it's 2-0.
Wow.
This might
And I
be
guess
it. This might be
is
it,
this the
John.
second intermission or is this the first game? Is that the game?
No, that's I don't know if there was a lag out or a pause.
Wow, it's 4-1 Calgary right now.
Yeah, Robert Duck scores another goal, and that puts Calgary
Just
up 4
under
1.
10 minutes to play in the third period.
I don't see a Cinderella story coming up here, Giant. I think
I don't
Calgary.
know. I don't know. Holly, if you won the last 18 games, there could absolutely be a.
I don't think there's just enough time to do so. And right now, Calgary is winning both sides of the ice, defensively and offensively. Only gave up one goal here against this very good Colorado team, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm intrigued if they have their full lineup. If they got their normal lineup tonight with Colorado.
And what about this? No pucks given. Shorthanded doesn't matter. Shorthanded goal. Now it's 3-0. No pucks given. Toronto.
Absolutely tremendous job by No Pucks Given tonight, and it looks like just a fifth goal being scored. Are they going to pull the goalie at this point or what, Hollywood?
Wow.
This is crazy.
That's
If you could take a look at the stats at the end of the game, see if they got their full normal roster on there,
yeah.
because it's just hard to believe.
I don't know if they're missing somebody or just Calgary came out of play here tonight. That's Robert Duck with his hat trick. Scores his third goal. So he's got 3 out of the 5 goals there for Calgary. And it's 5-1. Giant, I think we could easily say now that one's over.
Yeah, it's pretty much a wrap.
Still
Just under
scoreless.
4 minutes in the game.
Yeah, still scoreless here in Florida. Florida and Ottawa, nobody on the board yet. It might be first goal wins in that one. Both teams defensively, it's a very defensive game here. On that one, we got a goalie cam there, brought to you by Bishop from the Florida Panthers. So a bit
I
different
love the
here.
goalie cam.
Big different
Yeah,
view there.
I think it's great, the goalie cam.
Yeah, you get the up close when they're in the offensive side, and then on here, you really see right behind the net.
Yeah,
So
when they're on the offensive side, I think is the best, but it's still cool to see.
So final minute of play in Colorado, 5-1 Calgary. You guys are not seeing. That's not the incorrect score. Do not adjust your monitor on there. Calgary Flames taking the Avalanche here, just dominant here. We'll see the rosters here after when the buzzer here in 30 seconds. Toronto series going to intermission, going to head to the third period. In that one, it's all no pucks given. Just as
Right.
in the Egg series here, 5-0 Egg. Just under 9 minutes to go in the third. So both teams holding off those shutouts. We actually got 3 games here that could end up in shutouts. Despite Toronto with better time attack, more shots than no pucks given. But they're down 3-0. They had 2
Yeah, it's
power play
crazy.
opportunities in that game, but couldn't convert on either one.
Yeah, no rhyme or reason over here. Not everything tells a story, and this pretty much looks like a wrap.
It looks like they got a disconnect there, so they're going to get a restart in that Toronto. But remember, it's 3-0. They got to play out one more period. But that's all she wrote in Calgary. 5-1 final. The Calgary Flames upsetting here the Colorado Avalanche, and Avalanche have their main roster here. I see Kerdog in that. You got Click, you got Wet Roadie on there, First Lund. So they've got the players that are but Calgary, I saw Race Boy out there for
Playing hot
Calgary.
tonight. They are playing hot tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Is Calgary have another one to sweep the Avalanche here tonight? Can it take both of them? I mean, by looking at game one, I don't see why not. I mean, pretty dominant there. The,
Yeah, and it looks like the Pullout King is the only
it,
one responding in chat.
it was close at first, man. I mean, at the end of two, it was only one goal game, but then big third period for Calgary with 3 goals in the third.
Yeah.
And so shout
I
out
mean,
to
they just opened a can of whoop ass in the third period, and they just lit them up like no other.
Colorado's.
Tremendous.
Colorado's got to adjust or something. We got a penalty shot here in the Egg series, and Duck coming out with a big save.
What a tremendous save! He went out there. He is not messing around. He did a sweep with this stick,
And
and
sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. You coming on a penalty shot like that, Giant. Why you let
yeah,
the
some guys they could
skater?
skate around that. Some
Yeah,
guys could skate around that, but
true.
if you're not expecting that,
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to let the skater make those moves on there. Sometimes too many moves. So he went with the aggressive approach, and it worked. And so it'll be a well-deserved shutout if he keeps it here. They got about 2 minutes left in the third. 6-0 Egg. It's the Trash Pandas who are throwing up an egg here in this game.
yeah, absolutely.
Same thing with the Leafs. I think that one is gonna need a restart though. It looks like they had a disconnect after two, so they still got one more period left. But Toronto, man, they gotta do something. Not much. We finally got a score here in Florida of the Florida Panthers, able to get finally on the board, and they're up 1-0 here in the third against Ottawa. 5 minutes left in the third period.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So, Superstar, shout out to Superstar. Calgary recently traded for SBDR and Raceboy. Big gets for that. Absolutely. SBDR is a
Wow.
fucking stud. And that's all he wrote, dude. So, if you got a fucking
Hmm.
weapon of mass destruction like SBDR, I don't know who this Raceboy is, but I absolutely know who SBDR is.
Yeah.
And I know this kid is a fucking stud and a half, and
Yeah.
he will carry a team on his fucking back, bro. And that's exactly what we have seen. So who the fuck is that guy? So shout out to this guy as well. Facts.
Listen,
Facts.
man.
So I don't know if they're just apologists for Colorado or what. They're looking for excuses, but I mean credit. Okay, so here's the thing too. Unfortunately, they're just part time too. But you got
Okay.
to bring in the big guns for whenever those big games are. And tonight is an absolutely big game. So credit to the captain of the Flames, who knows this is a hot game. They need to get the W just for bragging rights. They know we're live streaming tonight, and that's why they did it. And I think it's very smart, very persuasive, and what a game to watch. I mean, it wasn't even competitive. I mean, Colorado just got fucking smoked.
Yeah, yeah. And man, in that egg game, there was about 7 seconds left, and they broke the shutout. Hockey Mike for Trash Pandas, ruining the shutout there for Duck. But nonetheless, Egg come out with a tremendous win. I think it was like 6-1, no 7, yeah, 6-1 final. And then over here in Florida, 1-0 in favor of Florida. Um, Giant, yeah, I mean SBDR is a tremendous player. He got traded this season, and tonight
Yeah, but he's got
Stevie
limitations. If you're part time, you're part time. But still,
Stevie Bad Dude Richards, man, out there tonight, all over Colorado. And look, Race Boy is probably one of the top defensemen in the league. So you got those two guys on the ice there tonight. Yeah, they're part timers, but they brought them out at the right night at the right time here. I think we'll see how game two goes.
yeah, there's no question about it.
And I want to
And it
give
looks like
I
the
want to
only
give a
game
shout
that's
out too on the No Pucks Given, who are up 3-0. They got one more period left after the restart. We got Jets Killer, who's playing on the right defenseman there for No Pucks Given, and Colonelli over on Toronto. Two guys that we know from years ago. You got Nicky Pats there as well. So that's a lot of classic veterans in that series.
yeah. Shout out to Jets Killer. Shout out to Colinelli. Um,
And final seconds here, Giant.
Wonderful
Looks like
people, man.
Florida is gonna hold on to this one unless Ottawa gets a shot here, but they can't, and that's gonna do it. Open net goal there. They're gonna score, so that'll be it. 2-0. Florida. It was an empty net goal there, so that one came down until the third period. Nobody was able to score until Florida got on the board, and so they take game number one. Good win by Florida.
Yeah. Congrats, Florida.
I know it was a tough one,
It's
man.
They squeaked. It shouldn't. I don't think it should have been that tough, but they got the shutout. So shout out to Florida for that first game. Uh, W well deserved for that game. And here it is. Is that Toronto? They're scoring a goal,
They
but
are.
I mean, it's 3-1 now essentially.
That
This is
was
the first period, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's Master Shotgun with the goal there for Toronto. So that puts them within two. Remember, it's 3-1 right now in that game. They had a restart there, so Toronto's still down two. And what about Calgary and Colorado? Look, the game
Yeah,
started,
Colorado. They got the first game. They got the first one up there.
and they just got another one right now. It's going to be 2-0 Colorado, just like that. Uh, Buda Baker scores the first goal, and then Wet Roddy with the second goal there for Colorado. So much different game here, Giant. Sometimes you get overconfident. The first game you came out there, and now we're seeing the best team here in Moose Hockey League, man, play.
Yeah, yeah, and it looks like they got their piece of kryptonite on themselves and stuff, and it looks like they are just in total control right now. And the Flames, they look kind of lost right now. I'm surprised they didn't get a penalty for that cross check right there. They got away with that over there. So
They did. So 2-0 Colorado. Um, Going back to that Florida Ottawa, they ended up losing. I know it was two, but it's really a 1-0 game there. That was empty net goal on that second one. Ottawa went 0 for 4 on their power play. You guys got to capitalize on one of those. Unfortunately, they couldn't, and that's why they're down there in the bottom of the
oh
standings.
my God! And this is it. It looks like they're talking about juicing again. I haven't heard that in over a decade, probably.
Oh man.
They are on the West servers. Colorado is using West servers. Everyone struggles against them when they are home.
I
So
see.
it looks like Colorado juices when they are the home team.
so,
Just so everybody knows that, all right?
so was it Calgary who was hosting the first game, and now it's
That's
Colorado?
right. I guess
Uh,
they switched. Yeah,
but
the
But I don't think it matters here because here comes SBDR Giant. He's gonna get Calgary on the board. So that 2-0 lead does not last long. It's a one goal game here now. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. I mean, we're playing West Coast, East Coast. Yeah, it's gonna be different, depending on the server. But sometimes you get a great game, and sometimes you got to battle through that. I mean, it's part of the online, uh, any game, and not just hockey alone. I mean, any online game is gonna have lag. It's gonna have stuff, happening. Um, but yeah, it's tough, and Colorado answers right back, responds, and that's
yeah, and it's a great response. And I'm just looking at this right now. I'm looking at the dialogue in the chat over here.
no, that was
And
Ferris.
so
Ferris
and
Lund with the
Fallout
goal.
King is alleging that they are on the East in this game, and they agreed to go East. It's a question mark. That's all.
Okay, all right. We'll see what happens here. Egg Panda's about to start game number two. Game one, it was all egg in that one, 6-1 final. Um, and right here in Toronto. So after Shotgun gets Toronto on the board, here comes Nicky Pats, responds on a power play goal, and that's going to put Toronto back up 3. So 6 minutes
Yeah, I
left.
think that's all she wrote. I don't think there's any chance for this.
That might be the nail in the coffin there. Absolutely.
Yeah, without question. And what is this? Lund was at 70 ping. Isn't the ping that you want like 7, 5 to 7? Isn't that the ping that you want?
Well, I mean, the lower the ping, the better. Absolutely,
Right.
But I mean, it's really not that bad at that ping level. It's more about the drops too, like the drops that you get.
Yeah.
I've seen guys play with 90, even 100 ping, and it was fine. I mean, absolutely, we all want 5 ping. I mean that, uh, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, and it looks like right now, I mean, it is affecting the game. I mean, Calgary does not look the same as they did in game one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and what is this over here? I'm trying to see. Oh, it looks like they didn't even start the game, Florida versus Ottawa.
No, no, that was a late finish there in that one. I think that was one of the late starts. That probably might be our last game of the night. Um, or even, no, you know what? The Toronto is
No,
that
it's
what that?
it's going to be Toronto
Yeah,
versus
because of that
NTG.
restart and no pucks given is just pouring it on, man. Talking about 4-1, now it's 5-1, and it's another power play goal. So I mean, Toronto is a team that just loves to take penalties. Last week, me and Soup called one of the series. They had 9 penalties in one of the games. I know earlier this week, same thing. I think that when they played the Pandas, they kept taking the penalties, and tonight's no different. So if they can't stay out of that box, um, it's going to be ugly, just like this, like they're seeing here in Game One. They got to
Yeah,
correct that.
stat padding right now. It's pretty much stat padding at this point.
It hasn't ended yet. So and I don't think no pucks given is done yet. Here comes another goal. We talked about eggs, explosive offense, no pucks given here. We're on the bottom of those ranks. They're not even a playoff team here. And if Toronto cannot beat this team here tonight, forget about playoffs, man.
Okay,
So
3-1. I think that's it. So that's the game. 6-1 is the final on that game.
yeah, so they're gonna have to restart, take the stats here after this one, and all no pucks given. 3 goals on 8 shots. Toronto only putting up 4 shots in that period, and took a couple penalties, and can't win games like that.
Absolutely not.
Trash Pandas here against Egg right now. A decent start here, 0
Yeah, it's
0.
very competitive. Just over 10 minutes left in the first. It's 0-0.
Much better start than Game 1, man. I mean, Game 1 was just brutal. They did finish off the game there. They got to go at the last seconds there, so maybe they could carry some of that momentum from that goal. But listen, this Egg team could turn it up any second. And here we go. Just like that. 2-0 breakaway, back to back passes there. And not much the goaltender could do there for the Pandas. I believe that's Marine Mike in that there. No, he's actually off today. It's the other back goalie there for the Pandas. And Egg on the board. And no surprise here. That's Chum Lee with the goal.
And here it is. I mean, they're just annihilating. Colorado is just annihilating Calgary right now. I mean, the second period only started and they just scored a goal in the first 2 minutes. And,
Wow.
unless something's. Oh, man, it's another goal. 5-1. I mean, wow.
Man.
They are not
Y-
taking any.
You know they want redemption here, Giant, after that first game loss. Coming out big here. That's Buda Baker with the goal, and then just now, Wet Roddy with the other goal, and that's 5-1. I know we got a lot of time still left, but man, it's going to be tough, especially try to come back against this number one team.
Yeah, now are the playoffs, are they the best of 5 or best of 7 for these series?
No, it's always best of seven. Best of seven
Okay, now
each
do
round.
they do 4-3 in one night, or they do 2-2-3, or 2-3-2?
No, I think it's all two every night. Two every night, right? Yeah, because
Okay.
they only play two. Play every night, Monday through Thursday. So yeah, if you play two each night,
Okay, so even
yeah,
even during the playoffs too, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And it's all about the roster. You got to have a deep roster, deep lineup. It's not gonna because you can't just
Mhm.
win one night on there. Sometimes when you play like 3 or 4 a night, I mean you have one bad night and there's the series. But not here, man. You gotta win multiple nights to win the series.
And Ottawa finally getting on the board in game 2.
Yeah, yeah, and that was a good goal there for Ottawa. They were scoreless in the first game, but they held Florida pretty good. This is a Florida team that's ranked number 3 in the standings. They were number 2 a couple days ago, but tonight, and the thing is with Ottawa, they had to play Colorado on Monday, then they had to play Egg. Last night and tonight they get Florida, so they played the top 3 teams here 3 nights in a row. So they definitely got tested, and and those games weren't pretty. They were pretty ugly games there. So tonight they're playing Florida pretty tight.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like not much action right now. We got playoffs, we got intermissions, pregame.
Yeah. So remember, we got tonight and then tomorrow night, and then it's down to the final week next week. So it's important games here for a lot of these teams. Not only making the playoffs, but as far as seeding wise go, what rank you're gonna end up. I know Egg definitely wants to get that number one spot. They're looking to regain that. They've had dominant nights here now, 3 nights in a row. If they could win game two here as well. They're up 1-0, but a much closer game here than game one. Trash Pandas regrouped after that first game, and this one will be tight. But with only 23 seconds time in attack, ooh, that's gotta improve.
Yeah. And the Trash Pandas, they just got a ways to go. I mean, they are so far behind the Red Wings even, you know?
Mm.
I mean, the Red Wings have 30, Maine Mariners, they got 32, Edmonton Oilers 34, Calgary Flames 35 points. And Boston and the rest have 40 and they got 43 and above points, fifth through first place. So the Trash Pandas and the Toronto Maple Leafs, I mean, they just fucking blew it tonight. So I don't even know if they got a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, they really needed to get both tonight
Hmm.
to even have a shot. Whoever they're playing tomorrow, they need more W's tomorrow. So,
Hmm.
and they're playing the bottom of the barrel today. No pucks given, and they're getting their asses kicked. So I don't know what's going on with Toronto. I don't know if they had a fire sale at some point during the season. It's absolutely not looking good for them at all.
Yeah.
And the Trash Pandas, I mean, they need a W too, but
It's gonna be
it's not
tough.
happening versus Egg. It's very tough versus Egg.
Yeah, it's gonna be very tough. Even they could come out with any point here would be good for them. But yeah, you mentioned Toronto. I mean, trade deadline has passed. It was this past Sunday, so they can't make any type of moves anymore. You got to roll with what you have now. But not a good week for Toronto, and when they needed to step up here this week, especially when you think about playoffs. You know, tough night against the Pandas and tough night here now against No Pucks Given. And these two teams, they need to win. They need to win against these teams because when they start playing the more of the top teams there, it's not going to get any easier. Oh,
Right. And
what?
and these should be layups. These should be
Yeah.
layups. So
But what about here? What a surprise here in Florida. Florida, Ottawa. Ottawa up 3-0 against the Panthers. The top two or top three ranked Florida Panthers are in a hole right now, down 3-0.
yeah, and Florida was struggling to be successful until the very end over there in the game one. So every I
Yeah.
think people thought that it would be a possibility
Yeah. And
that they would be struggling in this game too.
you gotta love that though with Ottawa though, man. I mean, you're at the bottom there of the standings, and to still come out and compete
Yeah,
here,
still playing hard.
you gotta love that. They're still giving it 100% here, regardless of the standings and the record for Ottawa.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from every team. But I mean, people are deflated. They're dejected. And some
Yeah.
people it's hard for them to get out of a funk.
Yeah. And Calgary just running away with it here. They're up 6-2. Click scoring that sixth goal for Calgary. Um,
No, Colorado for Colorado.
for Colorado, yeah, and Robert Duck just scored a goal there to make it 6-2, but 4 goal lead here. Second period almost about done.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes in the second period.
And here comes Egg once again on the power play, and it's going to be Chum Lee. No surprise getting another goal. How many does he have here tonight, Giant? That's his second of this game. Uh,
Yeah, it's got to be 6 or 7 goals so far tonight.
he had a couple in the first period and last night as well. I mean, this guy, as far as the leaderboards, games played, points per game, goals per game, I don't think anybody could what this guy.
I'm inclined to agree based on what you described yesterday. I can't believe that there's a freeze warning in place
Hmm.
for the town that I live in, where you grew up and I grew up, Hollywood. And I have a beautiful lawn. Is this freezing weather going to destroy my
You
beautiful
you know
fucking lawn?
you know
I'm going to lose my shit.
I had some snowflakes here earlier. We had
Yeah, well,
snowflakes.
you live in North Bumblefuck now, so I'm not surprised about that, dude. But
But still, man.
dude,
I mean,
my sprinkler system is turned on and shit. If one of those fucking lines busts because of this goddamn freezing, like, what do? Do I put underground heaters and shit?
I don't know.
Got to make sure my shit don't turn on
We got to move somewhere else,
overnight.
maybe. I don't know. Jersey's getting
I don't
crazy.
know.
And this is one way to stop Chumlee from scoring. He takes a penalty, tripping Chumlee in the box here.
Yeah, and you know what? The trash pandas, they really need to take advantage of that shit at this point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and that's who it was, man. I was looking for game one of No Pucks Given. When that goal happened, I think it was the first or second goal. That was Jetskiller who got the goal. That was Jesus.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That's probably what
yeah,
it is. It's
yeah,
sweet
yeah. It
baby
was him,
Jesus. That's
man.
right.
Shout out to
Amazing.
Jetskiller
So
in there
shout out to
tonight.
Jets Killer.
You know, I got a
Oh,
lot.
and it looks like Trash Panda. No, or is that a shorthanded goal?
Yeah, that's for Egg.
Is that a
Egg scoring the goal there. That's Dutch Master Dank. And John, we haven't seen this guy for a long time, but this season here, he's having a tremendous season, and it was shorthanded. So even with Chum Lee not on the ice, Giant, even shorthanded, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for Egg; they'll still score.
And it's hard to believe
So how
that
do you
Trash
stop him?
Panda.
How do you stop this team, man?
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Trash Panda is anything other than trash tonight, based on what we've seen so far. It's sad to say.
The
What else can you
the,
say?
the name's fitting for tonight. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
3-0. In the other series, Florida got on the board. They make it a two-goal game now, so it's 3-1. Still plenty of time, second period,
Yeah.
and
A
I
little under 7 minutes in the second period in that game.
I think they got another goal here. Peck scoring on there. So that's gonna make it a one-goal game. So it was 3-0 at one point, but now it's a one-goal game. Peck putting Florida within one.
Dude, I don't understand this no pucks given. Are they just starting this fucking game now?
Yeah, there was a couple. I mean, they had to restart game one, and then it looked like they
Oh,
had some
man.
connection
I mean, this
issues
is out of
there
control,
to
man.
start it off. I mean, it's almost going to be 10 o'clock, and
I know, dude. I'm not waiting for the end of that fucking game, dude. That's
no,
crazy, dude.
no.
It's not even worth it, dude. Like, come on, dude. Both those teams, they're not even playing for the playoffs and shit. Sorry, guys. I think we got most of our shout-outs in there, so I want to thank everybody else who's watching the show tonight. We greatly appreciate it, guys. Again, this is Giant 918 and Hollywood, a.k.a. Jim Flanagan,
Right.
with you tonight, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to us.
Absolutely.
And we hope you see us for the once a week that we stream over here
Yeah.
for you guys. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be coming, twice a week there. One night we get Giant, probably get Blue or Soup, fill in for the other night. Just when you were saying there, Trash Pandas did get on the board. Hockey Mike scoring the goal, but it doesn't matter because here comes Egg right back. Chumlee. Just when you think you're gonna get a comeback here or try to make this into a game, he says it's not happening here.
There it is. Is that a hat trick right there? Was that a hat trick for this game?
It
Or is
might.
that his only second
Yeah, no,
goal?
that is his third. You're right. That is a hat trick.
I see. I don't know why I wouldn't say hat trick on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it has like a number next to the name, like when the goal comes up, so you'll see it there.
Oh, Trip Aces, yo. Shout out to Trip Aces. Flanagan's is a great restaurant in Florida. Yeah, it's a different world in Florida, too. You don't have to wear your fucking face diapers everywhere in Florida. I heard it's a different world and shit, too.
Oh man, maybe.
I mean, I don't even know what the laws are. And I know there's a lot of Canucks over here in this league as well. I don't know what the rules are in fucking Canada. If there are different rules by, whatever the states they have over there, like Quebec and Nova Scotia and shit like that. I don't know if they have their own fucking rules or whatever by province. But if that's the case, then we have something similar like that by the states. So
Yeah,
the states they have their own fucking rules that they just imagine in their fucking heads, and it's a fucking power grab. That's all it fucking is. Like they think we're just fucking morons and shit like that. People can make educated decisions. I promise you, you fucking asshole, drunk fucks with power.
yeah.
And Florida won over here.
Oh,
Who's just scoring again with Colorado? What a snooze fest! I mean, this game isn't even fucking competitive. Thankfully, there's only under 5 minutes, 7-2 right now.
that was
Less
Budo.
than 5 minutes to play in Colorado versus Calgary.
That was Budo with the goal, makes it 7-2. We got a tie game here in Florida.
Amazing.
Florida scoring. That was Peck. Peck with his second
Very
goal there.
competitive game. It's wonderful. It's a wonderfully competitive game, and I'm looking forward to it if it goes into overtime.
Yeah, but that's what happens though. I mean, you got Ottawa. That's why they're ranked where they are. Giant.
Yeah,
You
that is
had a
true. That is
you
true.
had 3 goal lead, and you can't close it out. You got a tie game now. So
Yeah, you just fucking melt down like that, and
and
they scored like 2 or 3 goals in one period. Florida, it's
yeah,
crazy.
and that's why Ottawa is where Ottawa is right now. They can't close out games. You give up leads like that, you're not going to win much games, and they haven't for that reason. So tough, tough. I mean, they're playing against a great Florida team. And listen, game one was pretty much a 1-0 game. If you take away that empty net goal at the end, and then here they had a 3 goal lead. And now it's all tied up here in the third period. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I've seen a lot of different things happen in the third period, so anyone's
Yeah,
game
and the
still.
third period just started, so maybe we won't get into overtime. A lot of action has happened the past 2 periods, and it's a very competitive game. So that's
Yeah.
primarily what I'm thankful for.
One game we're not going to see overtime, and that's in Calgary, in Colorado series, because it's 7-3 with just about 20 seconds to go in that one. And same thing with Egg. Egg's up 4-1. They get a power play opportunity here. Just start of the third period, but 3 goal lead. I haven't seen Egg give up any leads here so far that I've been calling the games here in the Moose Hockey League. So once they get a lead, it's not one of those teams that um, decides to not play or let the other opponents back in it. They're up 4-1. They're looking to score more goals.
Yeah, and that's a final Colorado versus Calgary 7-3. It looks like Calgary scored a late garbage goal, which means absolutely fucking nothing. If you guys did that there, in the first period, maybe it would be a little bit more fucking competitive. But it was a competitive series. They split the series over here, um, and maybe it is. I mean, I'm talking. I hear these guys talking about the West Coast, East Coast servers and shit. Maybe there is something to that. I don't know, Hollywood.
Yeah,
It's possible.
it could be. That's the thing. I mean, you just gotta learn to play through it. I mean, sometimes things happen. I mean, we can't control that. And
Yeah, right. Well, like whoever's hosting the thing, like I don't understand.
yeah. So that's it for But listen, Calgary got a win against the number one team, so they come out with 2 points here tonight. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You know.
And what happened with the stream for no pucks given? And
Oh,
I guess they
yeah, I switched that up there. It's
oh, you just switched
cause
it like that. Okay.
yeah, cause we don't cause that fourth game is done.
Oh, NBG versus Toronto. Okay, yeah, because that game's over. Okay.
Yeah, and the X series about done almost too. They're in the third period. 13 minutes to go in that one. And same thing with Florida. Florida in the third period, we got a tie game there though. Now it's getting to a point, Giant. Maybe your prediction might be right. We may get overtime in that one.
Now these, I just want everybody to see these leaderboards and the series results. It's absolutely phenomenal. This sports ticker at each side of
Yeah.
this screen that we're watching. This is absolutely tremendous. Nothing like this ever existed, and you don't even know if it ever would have existed back when the Moose started back in 2009. So absolutely tremendous technology. Now, Pullout King already described the lag that existed. I don't think it's as bad as it was when the first started, but
Yeah. It happens on there, you know. I mean, we'll try to fix stuff on here, see what happens. But the leaderboards are nice, man. Leaderboards a great addition there, you know. So if you make it to the top leaderboards, you'll see your name pop up on here. And that's what the show's about. MHL Tonight, you know, we like to give shout outs to the players, you know, to the goals, you know, that are happening in the games, mentioning these players, and you know. So you get to see a lot of talent, a lot of the players, a lot of the teams on there, some that you may have not seen or heard about. So we like to give shout outs to everybody out there. And you know we're getting to see some good hockey here tonight. You know some of these games. Definitely here in Florida, that 3-3 game tied up right now. Anybody's game. What do you guys think? Who's gonna take it, Florida or Ottawa?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's hard to believe Ottawa's going to take it,
Yeah,
but
I mean, as
anything's
far as
possible.
momentum right now, Florida's definitely got the momentum. I mean, they were down 3-0 in that game, and they had to bounce back, and they did.
Yeah. Now, who's Angry Cricket? What team is he on? Is he on Colorado too?
Angry Cricket. He's on one of I forget because there were some trades that transpired. I don't know if he was one of the guys that did get traded.
Okay, now Trip Aces is a goalie, so saw him saying some shit before in the chat. Most points, Ferris Lund, Buddha, Big Pooney, West Roadie. So 1, 2, and 5 have top points in Colorado. Not a surprise. I mean, these are the top 5 leaderboards over here.
I'm trying to get. I don't know if we lost the Florida stream.
Yeah, it looks like that's possible, and that's probably the game to watch at this point.
Yeah.
And it looks
Uh,
like Toronto just scored a goal, so that's good. I mean, they needed that. They needed something to get this shit going.
oh man. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, if they could somehow figure out not to get in that box, because that penalty box is just um, killing them, night in, night out. Right now, yeah, I mean, once anybody's game, it's still a 2-1 game. Not much of a contest here in Egg tonight at all. Game one or game two, and this is now 3 nights in a row that Egg has put up at least 6 goals. You know, in each game. I mean, they're just dominating 6, 7 goals. I believe last night they had a game that had 11 goals. So and the man right there, Chum Lee, Giant, that's his 5th goal of this game. So he's got 5 out of the 7 goals.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I know you're playing against Trash Pandas, but still, I mean, Trash Pandas are not no pucks given. You know, I mean, they are not the Senators. You know, so or so it's. I mean, absolutely tremendous play from Chumley tonight.
Yeah, I can't get Bishop's stream on there. Looks like I lost that one for Florida. And that's the goaltender actually for Florida. So I don't know if he
That
got
is
if
not good. I don't know if it's a Twitch issue or what, but Twitch is integrated within the Xbox interface, isn't that right?
yeah. So I don't know if that was it, yeah, or if I mean if he got booted on there, that's not good because the goaltender gets booted, they got to restart it. But or if it was just his Twitch stream that went down, who knows?
Now that's interesting. If there's only under like 5 minutes left, are they just going to play sudden death after that, or do they play 5 minutes in the period?
I think they play the 5. I'm not sure. I mean, each league has different rules, but don't quote me on that. Some might play out the whole period, or some might, you know, they may have to wait with the puck until it reaches that time and then start playing. So it depends. I guess depends
Right.
the time of the disconnect, how much time there was still left
Mm-hmm.
in that period. But I mean, I'm checking his Twitch stream on there, and it's not coming up, man. Uh, it shows he's offline, so and I don't have anybody else on that team that's streaming that series, neither on Ottawa nor on Florida. So we're not gonna see the closing of that one, but yeah. Yeah, he's not coming. He's definitely either booted, disconnected,
Okay.
or his Twitch went down, man. so,
And that sucks because
so
I mean that was pretty much the best game that was
yeah,
going on tonight.
and
It's 9-1 against the Track Pandas. I mean, what else could you say at this point but good night, everybody? You know, it's a fucking massacre, dude.
I know. And that's all it's gonna do. So 9-1. Don't maybe they're trying to put double digits here, Giant. uh,
Yeah.
almost did it on that breakaway, but so at least they didn't go with the double digits. But still, man. I mean, Egg after this win here, and I don't believe their stats are inputted from last night yet. So once those go up, I mean that's 3 nights in a row now. Egg has swept all three teams here so far this week. So with Chumley in the lineup, much better team than last week. Last
I mean,
week,
they are elite. They look elite, dude.
yeah, and unfortunately for our veteran player there, Human Typhoon, aka Marine Mike, in net for the Pandas, had to withstand this beating here tonight, this bleeding.
Yeah, and there's not much you could do. When you have an elite team like that, there's absolutely not much you could do. So, here we are, you know?
Yeah.
You got anything else for tonight, Hollywood?
No, no, and like I said, I don't have that. I don't have the outcome of that Ottawa, Florida. It was 3-3 in the third period. Game one went to Florida Panthers 2-0 final. That one was all tied up, but the stream went down. And like I said, I checked on here. It looks like he's down and out, man. So that one I don't see coming back up. Um, I really don't, man. I really don't got anything else on here, man.
I think it was phenomenal night. What can you say?
It was good. We had some action. We had some surprises with Calgary early on. Like I said, they came out big with the first win. Um, but after that,
Yeah, great.
this one had a lot of restarts. They had to. That's why it's still going on. I mean, it's 10:05. Most of the series are done. Besides this, so Giant man, I appreciate you coming on here.
Hey, I appreciate you having me. I appreciate all the viewers and listeners to the show. Uh, Again, shout out to Blue Liner and the Moose Executive Committee to help make this happen. Shout out to you too, Hollywood, and for making this media happen. You know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we're gonna try to do this every week for you guys, at least twice a week on there. We'll pick nights, which we think have the better matchups, have the better games on there. Definitely, when it comes to playoffs, we should have some tremendous matchups come playoff time. So, good luck to all the teams out here. We appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit the follow there, so you guys get notified when the next show comes on for MHL Tonight, and follow on Discord. And for guys that stream, just make sure you guys throw up the link or try to go online. The earlier the better. So the earlier I get these streams, we don't have to shuffle and try to sort the streams throughout the broadcast. And that kind of too also kind of messes up the stream because you're adding this, you have all these windows opened up to add it in. So if I had the games all loaded up, it's a much smoother process as well. So
Yeah.
that's all.
Uh,
That's all I got, man.
all right, guys. Make sure you continue to check us out. www.mhl.hockey. Follow us on Twitter at Moose on Ice. Hollywood Giant 918 signing out. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, Giant.
Peace, guys.
All right, Giant signing off over there. For you guys, man. Great guest. Always good to have him on here. I mean, he's a guy that both him and I um, did a lot, man. I mean, we did a lot of videos, a lot of content early on in this league. to bring it where it's at. But Blue Liners has done just a tremendous job for the last years to maintain this league, make it going so long here. I mean, look at the seasons, the number of seasons. I mean, we're you know still alive here, one of the longest running league, online league, anywhere. So. This game here, no pucks given, up 3-2 in the third, with 16, just over 16 minutes left. Toronto, I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. Those penalties kill them, and here they take another penalty. They're already down a goal, and might be two here soon. Not a good thing to do when you're down a goal. When you're trying to come back in a series here. Game one was all no pucks given. Game number two here, right now no pucks got the 1 goal lead. Looking to extend that here on this power play. Right now, great passing all around, but they can't convert there, lose the puck, and get it out of the zone. So Toronto killing off this penalty, and but do we got another penalty call there? They might have gotten away with a tripping call. So if you guys just tuning in, Egg once again dominant here tonight, winning both games there against the Trash Pandas. Not much of a series. Egg dominant in both of those games. And then also in the Calgary, there was a surprise, though. In that one, Calgary took game one convincingly, but then game number two going to the Colorado Avalanche. So that was one apiece. And we're getting a lot of penalties here, back to back. Toronto took one, and now it looks like no pucks given. Take a penalty, so it's getting dirty out there between these two teams. Very physical, but a lot of penalty score here. So we're going to get a lot of open ice here, 4-on-4, for a minute and 28 seconds. Can no pucks given hold on to this lead? And we're going to get another penalty. Oh my gosh. These guys love the box tonight, especially Toronto. They might as well sit in there. And that Spitz with the penalty. So he's going to go in the box. And they're very, very familiar with that box for Toronto. Especially in their last couple of games here, all this week. Regardless who they're playing. I mean, they're, almost a goal there. The left winger had all the time in the row there in front of the net. They're getting some good opportunity here, but Toronto able to clear that one out. And they get one of their men back on the ice, so it's 4-on-4 again. But just like that, no pucks given. Come right back up the ice, and they're going to score. That one looked like it was uneven. It was 4-on-4. Yeah. 10 seconds left here on the 4-on-4, and that's Nicky Pats able to score that one. Jets Killer got an assist on there, the second assist on that play. And now it's 4-2, no pucks given, and they still are going to have this power play here because that goal happened when they were even. So they get a power play here for a couple seconds. And Toronto just continues to put themselves in this situation. Like I said, the penalties. They're definitely going to be leading in that leaderboard when it comes to the penalties. Because they take quite a few every night. Tonight's no different. 8:40 to go here in the third period. No pucks given with a 2-goal lead now. Time running out for Toronto. And here comes a 3-on-1 rush the other way. And another goal. That makes it 5-2. Neil out with the goal on that one. Pull Neal out, assisted there by Nicky Pats. And that might be it. 3-goal lead now for No Pucks Given. It was close just a few minutes ago, but after the penalties that took place, then the goals started happening, and Toronto just complete meltdown here. Um, and this is not going to help them at all in the standings. You know, especially if they're thinking about playoffs, they're thinking about competing here. Um, a rough week for Toronto. And I think we got another penalty. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many that's been. That's been so many calls here tonight against Toronto. And when you start playing shorthanded most of the night, it's not fun, not good. Definitely not fun for your goaltender back there. So here comes another power play opportunity. I think they've had like 6. This might be the 7th penalty for Toronto in one game. I don't know how much I got for tonight. um, I got to have at least 10. So here we go. 3.5 to go here. 3-goal lead by No Pucks Given. I don't see anything changing here. A great save. Great save by the goaltender there for No Pucks. Now 3 minutes left. Toronto actually playing pretty decent here shorthanded. Got a couple good shots there, but here comes a rush the other way now. And we're going to have another goal. So just an explosive third period here for No Pucks Given. And I believe that's Nicky Pats, assisted there by Harkins. That's going to make it 6-2 with just over 2 minutes left. And that's Nicky Pats. I believe that's his third goal. It might be a hat trick there for Nicky Pats. So shout out to him. Tremendous night, tremendous game here in both of the games for No Pucks Given. Under a minute to go, and this is gonna wrap things up here. 6-2. If you're just tuning in, No Pucks Given took game 1 as well, and they're gonna take this one easy as well here. 7-2. Toronto. Just not a good night, not a good week here. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in, same channel on here. We'll see if we'll able to broadcast the another show for you guys here. If not, we'll definitely be back next week. 2 nights at least. $40 now left in this one. Great save there, and he covers up with 31.3 seconds to go. Shout out to all the listeners, the viewers out there tonight. Hope you guys like the broadcast, the show. Like I said, we're always looking to improve things on here. We may change some things up. It looks like we got a fight here on MHL Tonight. A fight breaking out here in the final seconds. Toronto already out of this game, but let's see what they do here without the gloves. We're not going to get any knockout here. So looks like the left defenseman for No Pucks Given involved in that one. Final seconds of play here. Let's see if Toronto could get one here on the power play. Right now it's just for pride because they're out of it here. And a great performance by No Pucks Given all night here, both games. Getting the 4 points will improve their standings here after tonight. For Toronto, it's just another losing night here. So Jim Flanagan here, Mr. Hollywood, aka signing out, fellas. Have a good night, everybody.